Hey, folks! Welcome to Stuff and Such. So right now we're here on the farm, shooting a little farm video. So this year we're gonna try doing a little experiment with our a few of our little pastures that we got. In the past, I've tried a bunch of different stuff and I've had mixed results. Um, so we don't have very much good land to really work with. We're What we have is basically bedrock and bush with little openings and stuff that we've managed to clear out. So we're kind of pretty limited on what we are able to do. So for the past decade or so that we've lived on this here farm, or trying to make a farm rather, I've tried a few different things and listened to a bunch of advice, and so I've kind of for the past years I've been a bit on the rotational grazing situation, and right now, I guess I should say the date. Always find that inconvenient when folks don't say what day it is. So right now we're in northern Ontario, June 19th, and our pasture uh, completely I completely used it up, and I'll come back to that. But anyways, so now it's June 19th, and we would have roughly a month of decent growing weather under our belt now. 2 weeks from now, we would start our hay season, basically. So that kind of gives you a bit of context of what time of year we're at. Okay, so what I've done in the past is I've done rotational grazing. I'll move the animals once a day, little paddocks, move, 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 move. And then from there, I would then do bale grazing in the wintertime. So wintertime for us consists pretty well from November to April. Those are days that you would expect that it's going to be below zero. Nothing's really growing, and yeah, so that's kind of our growing season. Very short. This pasture here, I've had good success with it in the past, mainly because I continually baby it. Um, every spring I would get out there and do some frost seeding, and I would pull the sheep off and give it a big long break. But unfortunately, this year didn't really work out very well. I had a lot of, as you can kind of see here in the video now, had a lot of frost kill of my seed, or not seed, but plants. So you can see a lot of patchy stuff. So when this no-till planter became available, it's available for rent through our local, I guess, I don't know what you call it, extension office or government research passion project, whatever. But anyways, it's a 6-foot no-till planter. And when that came available, I kind of wanted to try something. So what I did is I did a bit of research on cover crops, and I hemmed and hawed, and I got onto a few seminars by Gabe Brown. I kind of liked what I was hearing, and I figured I'd give it a try. So there's this pre-made up blend. It seems all right. It's called Winter Cocktail. I'm gonna throw up a picture now of it, and it's a whole different variety of stuff. So I got it thrown up here on the video now, and we'll go go over what I kind of know is and what I did. So it's called a winter cocktail primarily because it's got the fall rye in it, but it had the most stuff in it. Um, and based on what I was seeing from Gabe Brown, is the more diversity you can have in your mixture, the more production you can sort of expect. Um, he did a bit of a test. It was kind of neat. He did screw them all separately, and then he combined them all, and something like they had 2 inches of rain, or not even 1 inch of rain after 60 days. Everything those plants singularly sort of sucked, whereas he shoved the whole blend together. They were flourishing and was about hip height. So where we are here in Northern Ontario on my specific spot, I have a ton of clay. I got, I don't know, half an inch of topsoil and the rest is clay. So that's why I wanted to try and deal a little bit with compaction. Compaction's kind of going to be a hard one to solve. It basically is just because the way clay is, it's pretty nasty stuff. It goes super soft when it's wet and dries like concrete in a short time. So here we have a bit of a view of the mixture that I got together. So I took this Nitro Winter Cocktail and I diluted it 1 to 1. I don't know how to say that, 2 to 1. Anyways, I put 50 pounds of oats and to 50 pounds of this stuff just so I could really pour the coals to it. And I ended up planting at somewhere between, well, I did an experiment actually, accidentally, trying to figure out this machine. Some areas I planted at 40 pounds the acre, and then my kind of wanting to play with things brain, seen a lever, and I ended up planting probably an eighth of an acre at about 300 pounds the acre. So it'll be interesting to see in about a month or two to see how all these different uh, tillage rates, how they showcase themselves. The nice thing about this blend is that it kind of is a combination of a whole bunch of stuff that brings in different characteristics and attributes. So take the peas, the clover, the Berseem clover and the crimson clover, hairy vetch, the Faba beans. I might have missed one, but anyways, all those ones will fix nitrogen. And the other ones, so like Fall Rye, it's kind of a cold weather plant. It's not really the ideal in this mixture, but if I was planting in say August, mid-August for me, with it grows really good and fast, makes nice lush green crop, and it can take a lot of, grows well in cool weather. The Brassicas and the Radish, we talked about that for the compaction, but not only does it do that, it leaves organic matter below soil. A lot of cover crops, they'll leave above soil, but these big giant tubers, they'll rot away and they'll make little pockets for topsoil to run off into. That's my hope with that. Sun hemp, I don't really know anything about it. You can Google it, find out what it does. Pearl millet, don't know too much about it, but I believe it's kind of just a warm summer tall growing grass, as well as the sorghum Sudangrass. From what I understand about it, is the sorghum Sudangrass. It's they say in an optimal condition, it'll go up to 12 tons of dry matter to the acre, and it can sort of thrive in, not thrive, it can produce okay in absolutely garbage ground. So I also bought a bag of that, and I bumped that up to probably 15% of the total mixture. And yeah, that kind of basically deals with all of what's going on there. So this is basically day 1, and I'm going to try and make this a bit of a series, shooting another video maybe in 30 days, 60 days. How fast can I get animals back onto this? Plan for this pasture, I have a bit of a variety of things going on. This pasture, we call it the dog pasture, but whatever. It's I grazed it super hard right down, and I'm still grazing it hard to make like a natural weed suppression, trying to bring all the competition for these seeds down. I have another few acre field up top that I rotationally graze the cattle through just once quick, move them every day. And then so it left a bit of debris and stuff. So I tilled into that, and then I also tilled into a basically untouched, uh, shoddy pasture. So we'll kind of compare all these things at the end of the year and see what we do. The thing with no-till, from what I understand, is that you can't base your results on first year or second year or third year. Maybe by the fourth year, you'll start to see things. So we'll give her a shot, and hopefully you will tune on and learn from what I'm learning, and we will endeavor to succeed. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye for now, guys.